Hello,
Hey Sue,
how are you?
ready for control?
Sure. Hi, Sandy. You can unmute yourself, Sandy.
Yeah, I saw. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So, Sandy, are you with the Cornelius office or university?
Yeah, Cornelius?
Cornelius, nice, nice.
Yeah.
So I know I have a few other people jumping on. I know that the Cornelius office just did a Facebook ad campaign one last week with a landing page. So I've done this with a little bit of a twist. I will show that as well, but also instead of putting the landing page in there, we can put a featured website page. So what we would do is create on our own websites a featured page with our listings on or listings that you borrow. So have you worked with this at all yet?
So no, this is really my first day logging into the accounts and kind of looking around to see what it's all about.
Okay, so this may, if I, go too fast or whatever, depending on, I do one-on-ones that the Market Center has. So please, I just got off of one, help somebody create a mortgage page on their site. But if you're not familiar with Command, we can start at the beginning, get your agent profile set up and work with everything.
Okay, so I expect this to go over my head. I'm just going to listen.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So have you set up your profile page yet?
So I looked at it and it said it was 97% filled in. So you think you're doing all the right things, but
So the 97%.
it was probably my name.
No. So there's two different profile pages. Are you new to KW?
I'm very, like, today's my real first. I mean, I joined last week, but I was still sitting in post licensing.
Okay. So there's two different profile pages. You have your intranet, which is your mykw.kw.com,
Okay.
and that usually gives you a score. And then there's the command profile page, which is under settings. So
Okay.
I will, I don't know how my appointments are this week. I think I'm all booked up, but on these Zoom calls, there is the chat room underneath.
Yeah.
Put your name or actually, why don't I just give you my email address? And then you can email me your contact. And if I have a cancellation, I can get you in because we really need to start on the ground floor with the command setup.
I imagine.
And sometimes it's a little easier one-on-one because you can ask me questions and you don't feel like you're holding back anybody.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So my email address is SUEJACKOWSKI@kw.com. And I just put it in the chat so you know
Perfect.
you need it. And while I'm in the chat, there is a document that we're going to, everybody will need to use when they are setting up their page. So let me see if I can go in and get that and just bring that over. Make it easier. Let's see. Hey Karen, how are you?
Lovely.
Good. How about you?
Everybody's just lovely these days. I see that sunshine.
It just never fails that I get these reminders. I'm like, yes, I have to do this. And then I'm like, where the F is the link to this stupid Zoom call? And then it's like, go out to KW or eEdge, the calendar to find out. I'm like, I don't even know how to get to eEdge anymore, so.
Yeah, so
I
it's
was
always
told not to use it, so I don't use it. And then it's like, go out and use it. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay. But I'm here. Yay.
well, good. So it's always on our group page that we have. And I thought Rachel on Facebook, the Keller Williams Tech, and I thought Rachel in the Market Center was going to send something out. But, I mean, we're so busy getting everything and all the different things, it does get a little difficult.
Yes.
Karen Sheffield, how are you? She looks frozen. Okay, she must be frozen. Okay, so it's 5 minutes in, so we might as well just get started. And what I was going to do today is, I know in Cornelius Market Center, they had asked me to host this, but I saw that it was also hosted, one of the agents did it last week, on how to do a Facebook ad campaign. So that was done with a landing page, and I did some research to figure out how we can do our featured listings on our own web pages. So, and then we can link that link into the campaign, and when somebody clicks on it, they're always on your website. They're not just going to a standalone web page, they're on your actual website. So what, let me just minimize.
Can I ask a stupid question?
Yeah.
Do we have our own website? Like I don't know if I've done all kinds of stuff, but some of it works, some of it doesn't. And I don't know if I've ever done that.
Okay. So within the commands, once you have your profile set up, Karen, I think you might have that. I think we've worked on it. Then we worked on the website. And so I'm just going to bring over in the screen here. I'm going to share my screen.
Well, I'll find out soon enough. Sorry. It's okay. I'll find out soon enough if I don't.
No, it's okay, because right now, let me just share my screen. Okay, share screen. This one, share this one. And go back here. So I'm going to bring over my website. This is my website right here, that we all have our own websites, and mine happens to be my name, and yours might be your name too, or you can make it a team name, or you can make it a catchy name, whatever you want. And on your website, there's the drop-down pages that we can add. And I added, this is the one we're going to talk about today, the featured listing page. But I added a mortgage calculator. It comes with a couple of pages automatically loaded on with about you and some different information. I added a school one, real estate blog. Karen,
How do we find our website?
okay, until some folks come in, I will show you. So if you go to your agent.kw.com site, and then
that's in eEdge, right?
nope, that's in command. We don't do anything. I don't do anything in eEdge at all. This is all command based.
That's the calendar. If you want the links, you have to go to eEdge to get the calendar.
Yeah. So
Okay.
in your market center, that's where you go. Not all market centers go there.
Okay. So where do I go to find? Is it like on one of the little?
Well, to go, you have to go into command.
I'm
So
in
if
command.
you-
I've
are
got
in
you
command?
minimized.
And so as long as you're in command, come down here to consumer. And when you click on consumer, you go to configure your site. This is your website pages, your landing pages where you make them. And then from configure your site, you come over here to, I want to use the new KW agent.
Where's configure your site?
The bottom of the page. You scroll down to the bottom of the page.
Oh, okay.
And you
Click
see,
on it.
yep, click on it, and it should bring up the page that I have in front of me.
I want a provider. What provider would you like?
Well, we want to use the KW agent site,
Okay.
because we no longer, some people do have Playster, they're paying for Playster.
No.
So
I wasn't
click
that
on
invested in
and
it.
click on agent site. And then once you click on that, we're here to an area called the Kelly Guides that can walk us through to find our agent site name. So just click on get started in the middle and the bottom. And then you can, the compliance reminder, we know about that and we'll do it. As soon as it comes up, you should have here your website. Do you see the name there?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so that is your website name. If you don't like it, you can try to get another one by clicking on confirm domain, and then you type in something, and if it's available, it'll let you just change it over to that. And this is something you might want to look into ahead of time before you start doing all your marketing material. Change the website ahead of time.
Because I have another website, but I haven't done much with it either, because when we started getting it kicked up, we changed to command, and they're like, don't, and I was like, okay, we'll wait and see. I still have it. So.
Okay. So I'm going to get started. Let me just see, we only have a few people on here, so that's all good.
So I would be better off not to do this until I figure out what I want to do.
Nope, do it because I have some other folks on this call that are brand new and they're just
Okay.
sitting in to figure it out. So I
Okay.
just wanted to go over anything you can pick up is knowledge, right? And I'm picking up stuff every day. So Karen, have you done any Facebook ad campaigns at all?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so this screen I'm bringing over in front of you is probably familiar.
I'm going to have to maximize you to see it because I can't see it, what you're doing. I can only see your face.
Okay, so this is where you go in to do a Facebook ad campaign. You go into campaigns here, right? And I'm just showing you this first because if you've done a Facebook ad campaign, you have brought in here for the Learn More button, your landing page that you created into this area. And then when the people click on this Learn More button in the Facebook ad that you're posting, it'll take them to this landing page for the additional information that they wanted. What I was going to do today is show you here how you can bring in, once you do your agent site page, for featured listings page, this URL here, which then if you bring that in, they're always remaining on your agent site page. They're not just being on a dead standalone page. So you just paste that information in there and they'll always be, when they go on the Facebook and Learn More, they're always on your website. And when they're on their website, they click on the listing. And as you see, your name always appears, so they're constantly engaging with your website. And they can go through the pictures of the featured listing. You can go down and see the information. It's all taken out of MLS. One nice thing is, if they click on Ask Your Agent for more information, your picture comes up and your information. They complete this and fill this out. This gets sent, once they submit it, to your Kelly for notification into your commands, as well as in commands. And it's done here at this little red button or a bell with the button on it. Okay. So who do we have on the call today? If you can put your information in the chat, and then that way let me know, are you new to commands? Have you been working with it for a while? Now, Sandy, I know you told me that you were new and you were just going to sit in. Michelle, I see you here, and I know we've reviewed some pages and got things going for you, so you're somewhat experienced in this, and you could probably help me along. Karen Sheffield is experienced as well and can help along. And Karen Porter, we're going to work on your web pages and get you up going with us.
I'm trying to get you in on my iPad so I can actually work on my computer rather than just watch, because it's not helpful to just watch. So
right.
So I'm trying to get.
Okay. So I'm going to review now the featured page and how to create the featured page. Now I learn everything like you guys. I learn it through videos and different steps like that. The video I watched yesterday, Michelle can agree with me, was a pretty good video. I didn't realize Michelle was seeing all my posts that I was putting out on Facebook asking for help, and the videos are coming up. But the page I'm bringing up right now onto the screen here is a page that I can email to all of you out, which is the featured listing template. And this is, we're going to be doing maybe a little coding, but on the top of this page, this is the video that I watched and did. But these are the steps we're going to use. And please don't jump out of here now. It's easy. I'll walk you through it. We'll get it done. So the first thing we're going to do then is go to consumer on the left-hand side. Click on the consumer page. We're going to click on the top agent site page. and then come over here to the right-hand side, create a new site page. We have two options on our agent site page or a standalone. We are going to create this listing, featured listing page on your agent site page. We're going to click on there and create a page. First thing we're going to do is name the page, top left, feature website page. You can name it whatever you want. I have a few pages in here. I'm putting in here a test, so I know I can delete it after this class. We're going to get it set up, and we're only using 2 widgets for this one. We're going to use the company profile widget. So we're going to grab that, drag it over, and drop it beneath the green line. Now remember, this is just a template. Nobody knows who the Royals Realtor team is. Sometimes they're fantastic with their information, but it's not your page. Don't worry what it says here. It's just a template. I'm going to scroll down a bit. And when we scroll down, we're going to bring over the contact form. We're going to drag the contact form in and drop it down to the bottom, close to the bottom. We're going to scroll down and make sure that that is there. It is there. So they're the only 2 widgets we're going to bring from the right-hand side. The next thing we're going to do now is configure the widgets. If you would click on the bottom right, configure widgets, and we're going to bring in your information or the information that we want for this featured page. So you'll see that it says about the Royals Realty page. We are going to bring over here what we're going to put in on this headline. And what I'm going to put in is featured listings. You can put in whatever you want, up to 30 characters, and let folks know what you want said there. The next block here, the intro text, we're going to wait a little bit on this. This is a little more in detail, and we're just going to skip that for the moment. Go down to the header image. This is the header image. You can certainly change this header image, but do note that you need 1200 by 1200 size in order to be clear here. And how you change it, you would just come to this icon, click it, go to your database, pick out the picture you want and change it. I'm going to leave that there for now. Section 1 image, what I'm doing here is I'm going to leave this blank, because I'm taking this page and making it retrofit for a featured page. So I'm going to just take out the information in there. Section 2, we're going to take out this information here, and we're going to put something in there, a message in there that we would like to see at the bottom of the page. So let me just cheat a little bit, go back to my page to see what I put. Okay, so what I put in there was contact us today to schedule a private tour of featured listings. Now, on this page, I can add several listings. So this information here will be going to the bottom of the page. The next page that I go to will be, excuse me, my phone just distracted me, I'm sorry. Section 1 image, and I'm going to delete out here. We don't need that in this page. And as well as section 2 heading, we don't need that. Come down here to section 2 image. We're going to delete that as well. We do not need that. And then the footing, we can leave blank or leave a message, whatever you'd like there. Just going to leave it blank for now. And then the footer text, again, you can put anything you would want in there, but I'm going to leave it blank for now. You can get creative with that later on. So then I'm going to hit save and apply. So this is just like a landing page. Once you hit save and apply, you'll see my information came here to contact us today. And this is still, the featured listings came in, but this is still the template here. We're going to go back in and rework it. So in the top right-hand side, we're going to hit save changes and yes. So any of the agents that are following along so far that have done pages before, do you have any questions? No questions?
Not yet.
Okay, all right. So then with our next step will be, we want to add this page to our site page. So how we add this featured web page, test one, to the site page that you're doing, you come up here to the top to set site and app setting page. Click on that. And the next page, it brings up all information. You can go do URLs, themes, but we want to choose site pages because we want to post it to our agent website. In order to do that, remember, you can only have 10 pages on your site page here. So if you have 10, you're going to have to delete one to put this on. How we go about it is we click on Add Page, and we scroll down here. And it'll pop up. Usually it's the last one that pops up to your listing page. Now, mine is not popping up because I have too many pages here. But let me just cancel out of here and see which one. I really don't want to delete something. All right, so I will delete my mobile app for now. I'm going to delete this page here so I can add this page on to show you. So again, I'm going to come here and click on Add Page on the left-hand side and scroll down, and it should be my last page. Hey, Michelle, help me out. What did we discover earlier? I have to go into my designs, right, and cancel out a page.
I think when you go back to your agent site pages, I don't know what they call them, but the ones that are like just the gray eyeball, I think you have to delete, you can delete one of those and then try it. That's what I was able to do. I was able, if I deleted one of those gray ones.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, because I don't even have 10 pages and I'm still not able, it won't pull up that new featured listing page that I just created.
Okay, and as we go
No, see, it didn't do it again.
yeah, as we go along, we're going to have some issues. It is technology and it's evolving all the time. So
Yeah,
what
it wasn't
I'm
working.
going to do is I'm just going to go back into connecting my page as if I connected it, and I'll show you from there what I mean. So let's just go back here. Of course, it does throw you off a little bit when something doesn't work. Featured web page. All right, so I'm going to go back to site and apps, agent site page. Go back in here. So what will come up, and I will click on here so you see what comes up to the feature page. After you click your plus add page, these boxes come up here with the page title, the URL, and your search engine. What you want to complete in here as you're hooking it up to your site page is a page title. And this page title is the drop down on your web page, what the public will see. So I put featured listings. Your URL slug, you could put the same featured dash listings, featured listings. This is your URL slug if you ever want to share it with someone. And then the SEO description. This is when somebody's Googling something on Google and they put in featured listings, realtor featured listings in Mooresville. My page may come out because I have featured listing in there. I have Mooresville in there. Depending on what lines and information you put in here underneath to get you more search engine optimization on your sites, we'll go here. So we'll just leave that for now. Later on, we could get creative and work with it and do that.
So I had a question. If you want to do more than one of those descriptions, do you put a comma in between, or do you use a semicolon, or?
You could put a period because you're going to be.
And then start a new one?
Yeah, so it's going to be like a sentence.
Okay,
When you go into Google, let me just go into Google. Whoops. And as I go into Google, if I look for featured listings in Mooresville, North Carolina, right? This is what the SEO is right here. View thousands of homes listing, view photos. So this is your page, but this is a description that the public sees.
okay,
So
gotcha.
that's what I mean by the,
But you could have more than one of those SEO descriptions.
yeah, yeah. So right here, this person has search MLS listings in Mooresville, period. Search all listings now, exclamation mark. Full-
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
So they keep going on. And just, you know, I mean, you can put short word sentences, it doesn't matter.
okay,
That's what this area is here. When you're done with that, you would hit save changes, and then it comes up. Your page will come in at the bottom here. How you move your pages around is by these 6 dots here on the left-hand side. You just click and drag and drop wherever you want your pages, and that's in the order on your website, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like if I wanted this last one, Mooresville Beaches, to be the second page of my website, I would move it up there. And I will just show you what I mean here. So it should come up Mooresville Beaches. See how it came up 2? I moved them up. Featured listings is 1. So when you do the 6 dots here and move things around, that's what changes your web page. All right. So we are done here with that. We've got the page active on the website, but now we have to finish the content in it. So we are going in back into designs. That is where we were creating the page. We're going to go into featured listings. And agent profile, configure widgets. And we went through here before, we put the featured listings and we took out information. Now we're going to fill in the blanks. So the intro text, what I'll bring on my screen here first, is this is the template that we will use. Nope, this is not the one. I want the other one. This is the one that I messed around with. I apologize. Go into a Word. And I want this one for the workshop. So this is the actual template that's not been used yet. And you will get this. Anything in red is where we have to make changes. Now, this is what they call coding. So we're going to trick it and put the coding in here, but we have to get the information here for the coding. So how I will do that, I wish I had 2 screens to show you that I can do this easily on, but I would go into here. An agent gave me a listing I could use one. Okay, so let me back up one place. You would go to your website, bring up your website, because we want this to be branded with your website information. So when they engage on your page, they're constantly in your website. So we're going to do a search within our website for this particular listing. So I'm going to go 145 Old Post Road, Mooresville. This is the listing. Pretty listing. Beautiful pictures. And we're going to bring this information into our web page. So all we need to do is at the top of the screen, the URL, we just copy that. See, it has my website information. And then what we do is on our sheet, we link to the property on the website. We are clicking in here, deleting the red stuff that is in there. And we are going to paste in between the information there, the coding there for my website. So that'll bring that up on the page. In the street information, we just want to type in 149 Old Post Road. And then we delete out the red there. And I will send you all this template. I think this is the trickiest, the description that we want to put in there. Just back here. I apologize for all these pages back and forth. So we're not going to work on the description. We're going to work on the image, the link to image part, and that's right here. So this is a little trickier. What you're going to do is find the picture that you want to bring in. We'll take this. We're going to right click on the picture. We're going to go all the way down to the bottom and click on inspect. You'll see information that's coming up on the right-hand side. It's all coding and programming stuff that's way above our realtor head here. But we are learning how to copy, not write it, but copy it. So you'll see it's highlighted, the coding for this picture. We're going to come to the three dots here on the left-hand side and click on the three dots. When we click on the three dots, we are going to look for edit as HTML. This is the HTML we're going to bring in for this photo. So we're going to click on it. And when we click on it, this is the information that will help us get this picture on our website. So it's a little small. Put on your glasses. And what we need to do is copy from the HTTP right here. We're going to take that and copy it and bring it all the way down to the bottom, the last number here after the width, the last number there. And I let go. I'm going to right click and copy. Now I have to test it out a few times to see if I have the correct information. So how I do that, I open up a new tab. I want to paste that information in there and hope it brings me the picture. And it did. Perfect. So it brought me the picture. Michelle, it worked that time.
Yes, it did.
Sometimes I get something like this. So then what I want to do is come back into my publish or my Word document and come in here to linked property image. I want to take out, delete this link to property image that's in here. And then in here, again, I'm just going to, remember I copied and pasted that picture HTML. I'm going to paste it in there. So there is all their verbiage. Don't delete anything, because if you delete any character, it may disrupt it. So the last thing I have to do on this page is put a link description in. And what I can certainly put in there is anything I want to come underneath the photograph that I just put in. So I will come in here and take out the link description, and I can start typing in whatever I want there. My thing I typed in is amazing listing, new listing in Lake Norman, click the image for property information and request a home tour. Now I just copied and pasted that in there. I typed it earlier and it worked. I'm hoping it'll work. So from there, once I'm done with all that coding, right, this coding here, I'm going to copy it all, right click and copy. And then where I bring it is in this intro text that I said we're going to skip over. I'm going to delete what was in there, right? And then go and right click and paste it in there. And when I paste it in there, so I have changed the featured listings. Now I have all the information hopefully about here. Picture. I'm going to come down here, save and apply. And then save changes. Going to go in and check on my website and make sure everything came out good. Get out of here. Website. This is a little advanced, guys, so for the ones that are just learning it, don't worry about it. This is something we'll get down to, work with you on in the next week or two. So I'm bringing up my page, featured listings. Here it is. Great. Super, it came in. Here's my information that came in here. Contact us today is at the bottom of the page here. Perfect. So somebody coming onto your page, or you sending this URL link, you can just send them this link. Hey, I have my featured listing page. Let me email it to you. You email it to them. They open up the link and they're going to come to your website with your page. They can click on the picture, and when they do, they get the whole gamut of pictures and website. And then just click on, look at each picture, down the information. Again, ask your agent, you come up, they fill out the information. So I'm going to open it up right now because I learned this last night in 15 minutes and teaching it today, and I just wanted to see if anybody had any questions, information.
Can you send me that template, because the one that I got only had the one link that I had to add in, like to change.
Certainly.
Yeah, I think you said you sent me the wrong one, so.
Right. Michelle, how did you've been playing around a little bit? How are you finding it?
Well, I got the land, well, when I was having a hard time getting, it wouldn't have let me add another page. So I kind of played around and got rid of some of the, I call them the gray eyeball ones, like the About Us or About Me or.
So because I was just in the featured listing page, my active page, when I went into designs to change some things around, for some reason, it creates another featured listing page.
So, yeah, I think if you get rid of one of those, and I don't know what the magic number is, but I feel like as soon as I get rid of some of those, I'm able to, when I go back to site and app settings, and then try to grab that page, it shows up.
Right.
So I was able to get it to show up now.
And Sandy, just to let you know what we're talking about, these are all the pages I've created. The green eyeballs are the active ones that are actively on my website. The gray ones are the ones that are just drafts right now. So
Yeah, following this pretty well.
Good. I saw you shaking your head, so I'm like, she knows stuff.
So I have an IT degree, right? So all of this is very second nature to me. My only question is a high level one is when you guys say command, are you talking about just your website? Is that what command is, or is command just a whole host of technologies?
Command is our CRM, which will host all our contacts. It'll host our website, all our marketing material, everything.
So it's everything, and it's okay, cool.
Yeah, and then it has this great feature of designs and marketing. Instead of probably years ago, you had to reach out to go to Quark or Publisher to design your web pages. They have it all within here.
Yeah, I can do it in HTML. Okay, this is so much nicer.
So I'll have to tell you, HTML, this coding stuff, I was a realtor for 30 years. I was a realtor. I wasn't a coder. So, but now it's, I'm starting to get used to it. So I just want to reiterate, well, actually everybody on here besides Sandy has gone to the campaigns to do the Facebook ad campaign, Sandy. And what this is this actually you can do a paid ad campaign through Command. They work with Facebook. Facebook has to still approve it, the campaign, but this is the area you do it. And let me just go into one of my draft ones. I don't send out campaigns, so I have a lot of drafts. And I'll show you when you're doing your Facebook ad campaigns, guys that have done the campaigns before, where you would use this to keep them on your page is under your Facebook ad here, where you put in the landing page here, which we're able to choose from our site. Okay, there we go. Where we choose from our site, you go down and decide what landing page is a standalone URL that you use. But instead, what we're going to do is get rid of that, and we're going to go into our web page and copy the featured listing page. Or if it was just this particular one here that you were talking about on your landing page, you would open that up so it goes directly to that page for your folks, and you would copy that link and bring it over into your landing page here. And then just hit say Facebook ad. And we can go over other things about that, Sandy, when you're ready, but you might be ready by next week, it sounds, coding. So, is there any questions? Was anybody expecting a little different class? They want me to review anything? Just let me know.
I find that on the page you're on right now, well, okay, no, it wasn't this one. On the campaign page, I kind of played around with it, and I think it said, I think if you go to paid campaigns, oh, actually, no, right where you were at, that was fine too. It was there. You can actually, I scheduled a bunch of those quick post ones, and and remember, I think we were talking about the different, they said add emojis to your
Yes.
description. That middle one right there, smarter searches, if you notice, that one had a whole bunch of emojis added to it. And I actually just used that and did a schedule the post. And it actually gives you, it recommends, I think it said Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 a.m. So I just have been, I actually did that on Saturday, and I just checked and like it showed up on my Facebook business page.
So Sandy, what in Command, there's thousands and thousands of social media posts for Instagram, Twitter, whatever, and we'll go over all that, but they make them so they fit the platform too, which is nice. And Michelle and I were talking this morning discussing Facebook ad campaigns and how to get more exposure and more people interested in them. They're saying now to put emojis in them, that people are really going for that, and it does something with algorithms or something that helps better. So this one is one that's made up, and Michelle was pointing out that it has a lot of emojis in it. And then I see down here what you're saying, Michelle, right here. This is where they're saying.
Yep. Yeah. I think on somewhere else I read it actually gave you, it said a recommended Monday, I guess for the best time people see things. And it was like Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
So,
I thought that was
Sandy, I'm going to
interesting.
pick on you. Do you have any input on that as far as scheduling things? Is there certain days or times that people are looking, or putting you on the spot here?
Oh, got to unmute yourself.
Trying to get off mute. So I think this has a lot to do with Google search engines and optimization.
Mm-hmm.
And, right, so they'll switch that up. You just have to stay on top of all of that. So if emojis is their optimization tool for this week, then, words, emojis, punctuation, right, all that causes how they then spew everything out on their pages when people go to search. And for real estate, I would think, just being a customer of real estate or a client to realtors, Monday mornings and Fridays, right? What am I going to do for the weekend? And Monday, how am I going to start my week? I would have to research what the best times are, but you can find all that information.
Yeah.
I have a friend who does, she's, I believe she's like a marketing and brand specialist. And she's saying that the Instagram and Facebook is actually going out, and she's really trying to push the Pinterest. And I asked her, I was like, even for real estate? And she said, yeah, because when people are on Pinterest and they're looking at new kitchens and paint colors, why not have your some way draw them into your website? So maybe I don't know if there's any kind of thing out there that course that we can have, because I haven't seen anything so far on Command about using Pinterest. I see the Facebook and I see Instagram, but Pinterest might be something that we need to look into.
That could be something that's coming down the line. Right now, what Command is using is what's performing right now, and so many people are engaged in Facebook.
Yep.
And that's why they push that. They do have the Instagram and the Twitter on there as
Yeah,
well.
Twitter, yeah.
But I know it all depends on what generation and who's our audience, right? Because I know there's some 20-year-old agents in one of our offices that want to do Snapchat and advertise there, and they had a class
Right.
going on that. They tried to show me, and I
Don't understand it.
I don't understand. I mean, down the road,
I do understand all of those. So if you guys need help,
You could teach us the Snapchat because I can't figure it out.
yeah, Snapchat and Pinterest.
I use Pinterest, and I actually know an agent that she does, when she posted on Pinterest, when she gets a brand new listing, she'll put it on there.
Why not, right?
Yeah,
so Sandy, then, I mean, if we did an ad and even saved it to our website, like a featured listing, we could take that URL and probably bring it over to those.
Exactly. It's really the setting up that's so difficult. You can place it anywhere. It's just, you managing everything. Snapchat is cumbersome just because, as you know, everything goes away. So that's a lot of work.
What I was told too is that we really need to be good at what we do. So hone in on like one social media platform and work it well. Don't spread yourself thin and do, not a good a job on 6 platforms. Focus and do 1 or 2 or 3 good. So that's, and everything is always changing as command is changing its technology, and we know it today, and then tomorrow they throw something in there and our routine is bumped a little bit.
do you know if those, will command change up those quick posts?
Yeah,
week to
so-
week? Because, actually, I think I have all 3 of those.
I'm not going to say they do it each week because there's so many components of command, as you know, with the databases and how things go. But on the right-hand side here of my screen, and this is how I made my dashboard, but you can certainly move anything around and design your, but these are the new design, newest upgraded designs that they made here. So
Yeah, I try to check them out.
and you can also, to go into designs, when I open up the design page on the left-hand side, these are all my designs, but if you click on the bottom right hand, the plus, and say I'm going to go into social posts, it's amazing how many different designs they have there as well as for print. So these are social posts. So for our app, there's 15 designs there. Under our listings, we have 163 designs that they have given us for sale, and it's broken down of different listings. And when I go into just listed, then it's even broken down further. These are the ones you use for Facebook. This is the one you use for Instagram. This is Instagram stories, and that's another story, right, Sandy? Another place. LinkedIn, and they changed the sizes so they fit the platform. But they are so easily used. You just click on use. I know I'm getting off the track, but you two are the ones asking the questions, so I'll cater it to that. This is the template we're going to use, and this is where we're getting our information from. So if I wanted to change anything on here, say if I wanted to change and put my listing here, I click on this listing background, and the dotted lines come up. So this is showing this is an active page. I'm not clicking in on here, and this just changing here, the background page. And when I go to that, I'm going to go to our KWLS and put in a listing that it'll pull up, right? You can pull up by address. You can pull up by MLS number. I'm going to put it in there, and it gives me a bunch of listings to choose from the MLS, from our KWS. So I'm going to click on this one here. And when I'm in here, it brings me up all the photos from MLS as well as the listing details. I'm mostly going to use the photos though. And all I have to do to change this, since it is activated, is just go to one of these other photos. So I'm going to go to the water, and I can hit the plus sign and it'll add it to there. But really what I want to do is replace it. So I hit the replace, and it changes the background. So easy. Another trick here is like the numbers and different things. If you highlight the box there, it makes it an active box. come over here, you can come over to the active listing details that's pulled from MLS and change it out. But actually, we all know our own listings. And instead of doing that, because sometimes these boxes could be small, and to get that cursor to come in and actually figure out where it is takes time. So just click on the box, and if you come up to the top, this is a typewriter right here, this little Hershey bar widget. I don't know, it's a typewriter. So if I click on that, it brings up the page. So I don't have to try to click in that box. I can do 8945, you know, and then down at the bottom hit Save Changes, and it changes it there.
That's a lifesaver. I wish I would have known that the other day.
Yeah. But where it really is a good lifesaver, Michelle, is in here, right? With these, because like people are over here struggling, okay, where's the bedrooms and bathrooms? Okay, let's change that out. Just go to the typewriter, right?
Oh,
And you just come up here and change it.
this is an easy one. That one I did had a lot of information you needed to change, and I didn't know about the typewriter, so I was trying to find, well, where do I backspace to get rid of things? And wow,
Right.
the
And
whole day is made up.
And you're probably talking about where your agent page comes and then your information. And a lot of them, when it comes over, let's find a text box. So say if I wanted to bring my agent information over here, and a lot of this comes from there, I'm just going to click on it and it's going to come in the middle. Oh, I broke it down already, so I don't want to use that one. To delete this, it's very easy. Cut it and it's deleted. Right click and it's deleted. So let's bring
You
this
could actually just click it and then hit delete also. That'll work too.
Oh, okay. So I think I broke most of mine down because it was driving. Here we go. So see all that information there that just came in? I mean, to go in there and click and try to move it, and then you have phone numbers. It's just so much easier to go here and make your changes. And Michelle, one of the ones that you had may have been, whoops, not too far there. May have been, okay, your name was on one line, your phone number was on the other, your email address was on the other, your office, and it was, each one was a different text box. And if so, delete them all. Just keep one of them, go to the typewriter, and you can add all that information, and it'll stretch the text box as you go along. So this is a cool little video, and I want to take a minute. I just want to show you how to do a video for your area here.
Oh, those are neat too.
These are little cute videos. So if I came here and I went into create design a video, next. Sandy, what zip code or neighborhood do you live in or work in?
78. Wait, what's my zip code here?
Are you in Huntersville?
28078, I think. Is it my zip code? Yeah.
So I'll just do that, but you can break it down to
Okay.
nothing found. What town is it?
It's Huntersville?
Huntersville.
All right, so it brings up a couple of suggestions, what you want. You can break it down by neighborhoods as well. You click on next. What do you want me to do?
You do Olmsted. That's a,
Here. So it brings up the name of it, average sale prices. I've seen that it brought this in, but you as an agent needs just to go in and check this with the MLS.
well, because this is, because Huntersville's not a neighborhood, so you actually
Right.
need to kind of, if you're going to do a neighborhood, it's,
You need the neighborhood, yeah.
yeah, you have to
All right,
pick.
so
If
give
you
me a
go
neighbor-
down to Centennial, that'll pull. You'll see the information.
Oh, cool.
Centennial, you said?
Yeah, just go back to where you had Huntersville and Centennial was there. Just put Huntersville again. Okay, now, yeah, right there, Centennial.
Cool.
Okay. So then the neighborhood
Yeah,
information.
see, right there pulls it.
You want to check this out and make sure that it's right. So this information comes from Nextdoor. It's what the folks that are living in that neighborhood are putting their features in. Agent information, always check your information, make sure your information is correct, and then Market Center.
Yep.
Once you've done that, just hit next.
It's neat.
This is just a quick video. If you want to throw something out there, Sandy, you know, for a social post or just a in-between post, it is.
Yeah.
And it's actually one of the things on that, I think it was the campaigns, it's one of the quick posts. So
Okay.
it's actually really easy to do. Just pick whatever one. And then you can schedule it. You don't have to do anything. It's already scheduled.
Yeah, so it's downloading, yeah, but we'll go into this one so you can see this, Sandy, what it looks like. Oh, it won't let me bring it over to the page.
Yeah, I don't know. Where'd it go?
It won't let me bring it over. Not weird.
You know what? You're going to force me to go through and find it to look at it.
You can go, I think if you go, hold on, I might have it on my, I might already have one on my business page. I think I posted one the other day.
Oh, there it is. Oh.
Yeah.
You bringing one up, Michelle?
Actually, I don't think.
Here, I can just,
You can actually, if you go back to campaigns, and you could actually click on the one they have for quick post. That'll give you, it'll show you one.
all right, I was just switching my screens and maybe bringing it up that way.
Yeah. I think I don't have mine scheduled. I think mine might be another day. I don't know which day I scheduled it.
Here we go.
Oh, yep, there it is.
So that's just something else little that we could work on and do. So, all right, I have another workshop in 3 minutes. So Sandy, you have my email, and I will email you back and try to get maybe together this week with you.
Okay, or yeah. I mean, I'm fine with next week because you gave me plenty to
Play
try
with.
to do and come up with a list of questions.
Okay, all right. So I'll get out. Michelle, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Where's
Now, I
what's
didn't
your
even
next
get-
workshop?
What?
What's your next workshop?
Well, I actually have just a campaign one this afternoon that I'm doing, hosted by the university office at 12:30.
Oh, okay.
Certainly can jump into that one as well.
Okay. So where do I get the link? Is it, never mind. I saw it on Facebook. I saw
Yeah,
it.
it's on our our team
Yep.
page.
Yep, I saw it already. I
All
know how
right,
to
welcome
get to it.
aboard, Sandy, and we'll see you guys
Welcome.
soon. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Thank you. Oh, could you just make sure, Sue, you send me that, that
Yes.
featured listing template? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.